I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. As part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This week, they have your tailgate needs and more. Enjoy Lincoln's favorite USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped 8-ounce sirloins for just $3.99. USDA Choice Boneless Rump Roast for $4.99 per pound. And 4 ounces of fresh salmon for just $4.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is the D-Back with Nebraska diver Reagan Hinzig on 90.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Welcome to the Deep End on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Reagan Hinzig. If you'd like to call or text in, we have the Honda Lincoln hotline at 402-464-5685.
So good.
Woo!
So good. So good. So good. Crushed it.
Before I get out of here real quick, she was looking around for the paper, and then she's like, I don't need this. We're good.
She's in week like 60.
Yeah, it's been here a while.
I don't know why you're spinning around then.
Right? It's week 60. Reagan should have this locked in. You can follow on the starting of the video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and at Allo Channel 951. Of course, if you want to be a part of what we're doing, you can text in, or you can come down here. You know what? I think I have tickets for today. I think I have tickets to give away. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I do. We'll figure it out in the next segment. Maybe we'll figure out a way to get people involved. And then we have fan cam down here, so folks are walking by on the street. The mill is busy. What do you have? What's your beverage of choice now? What do you have at the mill?
I usually get a cold brew with almond milk and vanilla.
So, but not the granita. You get it without the ice and whatever.
I don't get the granita, no.
What's wrong with granita? It's the best thing going.
I like consistency. So I get the same thing every time. But I did like what was it called? Black Shirt Ramble that they gave us last week. I like that a lot.
Yeah, we need to remind them to offer that today. It's game day. Like the Scarlet and Cream should be offered today.
Yeah.
And then the Black Shirt one is really good too. So hot beverage, cold beverage, again, the mill's open. We're giving away t-shirts. And this is what happens. Look what happens. See, it's a wonderful personality profile, right? On people, grown-ups who have jobs, right?
Yeah.
Free t-shirts is the game changer.
I'm wearing a free t-shirt right now. Under my sweatshirt.
What kind of t-shirt do you have?
It was the Nebraska Northwestern Iowa game t-shirt that they had at the stadium when we went.
So you actually went to Iowa?
No, I went to the stadium here.
You went to the stadium here to watch the game in Iowa?
Yes.
How many people, those, and that was mainly students, right? That was all students?
I think it was only offered to students.
Okay, and how many people did they say showed up to this thing?
I'd say like 400-ish, but we were all on the field. Like we were watching on the field. We weren't in the stands.
Student athletes?
I don't know. I can't remember.
If you told me, wait, so you could be on the field at Memorial Stadium and only 400 people showed up?
Yeah.
Ooh. What is happening? That can't be. That you draw more people at the local, nightclub. I mean, granted, there's no beer, but still, that would be a thing. Okay. So for you, we've talked about the student athlete experience.
Yep.
And I find it interesting. So a couple of things. It's on a game day, and so we're trying to pay attention. When the weather's like this, so it's misting outside and it's raining, does that affect your decision on whether you're going to the game or not?
Usually no.
Right. So you're just going to go.
Yeah.
Is it more the game? Is it more the social? Is it more the experience? What's the usual temperature in the room? Are people going because that's where everybody is? Is it a chance to be social and take pictures, etc.? What's the move?
I think it depends on the person. I'm very much like I really enjoy the atmosphere, because there's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
So that's where I go because I only get this many chances to do it. But some people go for the social aspect. Some people go because they really like football. And I grew up on football because my dad never had a son, so my dad always watched. Was like, Reagan, come watch football. So I watch football.
Yeah.
So like I enjoy watching the football. Like there are people there that just like don't.
So that story requires several different questions, right? So did you go to games where your parents were like leading the games and you were like fan number one?
When my dad needed like somebody to be the phone person at his games, I'd be the phone person at like 9 years old.
Okay. Right. I mean, they didn't make you like keep score.
No.
You didn't have to do any of that. You weren't the water girl. Were you on the sideline just running up and down, agitating players?
No, so my job was to answer the phone when they needed to go to commercial break. And then I would, run
wave
to the red hat and I'd run to her and be like,
they didn't give you a sign? Like, did you just flash it at them and go, okay?
No, I ran.
Wow. So you had the important job. Like you were an official.
Kinda.
Did you say, hey, do I get paid extra for this?
I got ice cream.
Oh, that's the win. Like that's the win. We figured that out. There's so much for it. So the Hinsey family, what teams were you a fan of?
So my dad works at Sam Houston State University.
Okay.
He's an assistant athletic director.
Okay.
So obviously I've cheered for them.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was also a track coach at Texas A&M.
Okay.
And went there. So I'm also an Aggie fan. I will never be a Longhorn fan. Never.
Well,
but
okay. So my introduction to the Aggies was when I was in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And so in a previous life, sports bars was my thing. I was the king of sports bars. Actually like the national king of sports bars. And so alumni groups would come to DC and they would need a place to watch their games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they would come to my bar because I had the big satellite and I could bring in all the events. And we even brought in, so we signed the deal with the Aggies. And the rule one was, in order to get the contract, I had to learn all the fight songs. And I had to learn all the yells, right? I had to learn all of that. And then we added on the menu Frito pie.
Yeah.
Okay, so give the lowdown on Frito pie.
Amazing.
All right.
So good.
All right. Like it was the first day. The guy he had the Frito Lay's people show up with a truck because he said, "Well, we're gonna need." So we would have like 400, 500 fans.
Yeah.
And he said, "Okay, you're gonna need like 1,000 bags of Fritos."
Did you do them where the Frito pies were like in a bowl, or did you do them when they were in the Frito bags themselves?
In the Frito bag themselves.
Oh, that's so much better.
Right? In the Frito bag themselves to crunch up the Fritos, then pour the chili. Yep. What's the perfect Frito pie for you?
I like a lot of cheese.
All right.
I like it. I don't like it too much chili because I don't like when the Fritos themselves get super soggy.
Right. Right.
So it kind of just depends on the size of the bag.
Oh, we went with the big bags. These are the 12-ounce bags.
Okay.
And we always sold out. Like we only had 1,000 and we would sell out literally 1,000.
Nice.
So, I mean, think about this. Like, I think at the time, this is 20, 25, 30 years ago. R.C. Slocum was the head coach. So much so that we would fly in R.C. Slocum to DC to hang out with
and eat a Frito pie.
Yes, like it was the most amazing thing. And then we would get together Thursday night before Thanksgiving for the Texas A&M game. So the bonfire.
Rivalry.
The bonfire. Like I try to explain to people here, the Texas A&M rivalry is insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's insane. Almost to the point where they banned the bonfire because they had an accident.
Yeah.
So come on, Texas, get it together. Come on, Texans. Come on. Like, get it together. Pro sports. Do you pay attention?
To
football?
Yeah.
All right. So who's your team?
The Nebraska Cornhuskers. I go here, man.
So if A&M and Nebraska play,
I don't know. I'm neutral.
see, that's my dilemma through all this stuff.
Well, there's also my cousin played volleyball at Ohio State.
Oh, so did you?
So
did you watch the game last night?
No, I did not. I went to bed at 8.
You're such an old soul.
I know. I was so tired. I had school until 7.
See, we were actually talking about it. So Rico and I were talking about it because we're moving the schedule around.
Yeah.
And I said, I think we would do Reagan a favor by moving her show to like 6 o'clock on Saturday morning. I think because she's the only person I know that's going to bed that early. I think she could get up and do that.
Yeah.
So we may have that conversation again.
Okay.
We may have that conversation again. So through the day, again, days like this, raining out. Do you have a preference? 11 o'clock game, 2:30 game, night game.
I love night games.
You love night games. Why?
It's just different. I don't know how to explain it. Like night games, everybody has all day to prepare and like the anticipation builds.
No.
And so I just feel like the atmosphere is much more electric. And then you get the third quarter in between the third and fourth quarter show.
So that's a real thing for the students is the third quarter show. Like
yeah.
That's a big deal.
Well, the first time it happened, we were all like, what is going on? And then we were like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. And now it's kind of like where we're like expecting it.
So let's go through the checklist. What's the 3 things that you love most about game day in Lincoln, Nebraska?
I like seeing all the people.
Yeah.
I just like being downtown and people watching because I people watch on a normal day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like just being able to see like because I've said this so many times, but I'm a music student and a lot of my friends are in the band, and the student athlete section is right behind the band, so I get to come up to them and be like, "Hey, how are you?" Like all that jazz. So I like when the two worlds collide.
Do you consider your band friends cool?
Yes.
See, the look on your face was just changed because.
Well, I don't know all of them because all of them aren't music majors.
So it really is just the music thing in full. Like if you weren't a singer, if you weren't around them all the time,
I would have no idea who they are.
So what's for you? Then I mean, you're a voice.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you invest in the instruments and the music itself? Like how much is it? Are you a musician? Do you play any instruments at all?
No, I've tried.
But that's again, you're an alien. I really think you're an alien because most people who sing
also can play guitar, also can play piano.
Will play something, right?
I did take 2 semesters of keyboard skills, and I've taken like a semester of guitar skills, but I don't think that considers me is enough to consider myself. I can play either one of those.
So if I put a guitar in your hand,
no,
you couldn't play.
No. And then so I'm performance. And so all the music education kids have to take all these skills classes.
Yeah.
Where they're like string skills, all that jazz. And so they have like half a semester to learn all of these instruments because some of them are going to be band directors and need to know how every single instrument works.
What's more difficult? Diving or singing?
The schedule wise or just in general?
From a skill, high level skill in either thing.
I think it depends on where you are in life.
Well,
I mean, if you treat like your voice right and do everything you're supposed to, you can sing for the rest of your life. But you can only be a Division I athlete for 4 years, 5 years. Or and diving, there's like a 45-year-old woman that's diving, but that's unheard of. Like you usually stop around like 35.
When did you know that you were a diver? Like when you said, okay, this is my thing.
Probably like 8th grade.
And then when did you know that you were a singer?
Probably like 5th grade.
So your love affair with music started before.
Well, I've been diving since I was 6.
Okay.
But I had also done other sports the entire time with it.
Okay.
So 8th grade was when they were like, all right, you're going into high school. You're like, you need to narrow it down. And I was like, oh, I'll just do choir and dive. Like, that's cool.
So they really told you to stop doing other things that you enjoyed doing?
Well, no, not necessarily. They were just like, do you want to be run into the ground? Like, I wouldn't advise doing like 5 high school sports on top of a club sport because I did club diving. I didn't do high school diving.
Okay.
So it was more like looking out for my health.
This was a part of it that I missed. In that area of Texas, in Houston, did most schools have or not have diving as a program that they could?
They do.
Okay.
Most of the schools that had diving, though, were part of my, like, all of the people that dove were part of my club.
Okay.
Like, they were my club teammates. And so we'd either go to high school diving for like 45 minutes and then go to club diving, or we would not enroll in the class itself and just compete for our team.
And so ranking, you were familiar with all your competitors.
Yeah.
For the bulk of people who did what you did in your space, how many of them became, like, from each team, what's the percentage of people who went on to college or Division I?
On my club team?
Yeah.
All of them.
Literally. So the whole, I mean, this was what it was.
Yeah.
And was it pricey? Was it expensive?
I'd say it's in the middle of all of like the diving club teams throughout the country. I'd say it's around in the middle.
Is it accessible to everybody, or is it really exclusive in the sense that
it's accessible? The coach is really well known. One of the top coaches in the country. His name's Kenny Armstrong. Love the guy. He would sing on deck. Like, he didn't want to listen to us, so he'd have his headphones on and he'd be singing like "All My Exes Live in Texas" and dancing around the pool deck. But he's like one of the most renowned diving coaches in the country.
That is a big thing, right? That personality on top of the coaching skill.
Yeah.
Right. In choosing, how important is it for a student athlete, for a coach, to have something else that gets you to commit to their program?
Oh, I think it's everything. I don't necessarily say that like you go to a college for the coach, but that's what some people do. That's what some people do.
Right.
I went to the college for the school.
Because of music, or because
because of forensics. Because I started out as a forensics major.
Okay. So this is the thing about all of this with Reagan, is that the onion peels and you get into certain levels. I don't think you understand how unique you are.
I don't think I do either.
Right. Like that to be elite in all of these things and then choose forensics, which is a difficult graduate. Like, that's a difficult thing to get through.
Yeah.
How long is the program? Is the program to master forensics?
Well, it's a 4-year bachelor's.
It's a 4-year bachelor's, and then
I would say a master's is like not necessary but appreciated.
Yeah.
And then some people go and get like further education from there.
So you would have been on the 8-year plan.
Yeah.
For forensics.
Now I'm on the 8-year plan for music.
Well, but this is how exceptional this is, right? That I could ask Nick Sainert if would it be possible for him to major in forensics, and his eyes would roll to the back of his head, like, no. And then if he's willing to do the work required to be a Division I diver, again, elite, and then you just decided to flip the switch and say, nah, music. Please take me through that conversation with your parents, because I think that
I started off with, they're the same annual salary anyway.
Yeah, but is the annuals like you understand the work that's required to get to that salary?
Yeah.
Like, none of that's easy.
No.
Would forensic have been an easier master than singing?
I think forensics would have been the easier path, definitely.
I just need you to understand what you just said. I just want you to understand what you said.
Just because, like, with forensics, there's somewhat of a job security. With, like, music performance,
yeah.
Unless you're, like, in an opera house and, like, always on call and stuff, it's mainly, like, freelance work.
And you're already getting opportunities here.
Yeah.
Singing. So you do have some idea that there's potential for you.
Yeah. I'm actually singing in a gala tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk about the Gala when we come back. Reagan Hensey, Deep End.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Great Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Great Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between. Capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
The Nebraska Lottery offers up a lot of fun with a variety of daily games like Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. How much fun, you ask? Think of it like riding a roller coaster, sitting next to your favorite rock star, or discovering a bunch of cash under your seat.
Yeah!
Sound fun? Then play today.
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
An energy tip from LES. Schedule a furnace or heat pump check to ensure your heating system runs at its peak efficiency before winter arrives. Learn more easy ways to save at les.com.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the deep end with Reagan and Madison on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Welcome back to the Deep End on 93.7 The Ticket. I am Reagan Hinsey. If you would like to call or text in, we have the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Let's see if I can remember it again at 402-464-5685. And if you would like to watch, we are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and on Allo Channel 951.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. We got Rico has on his Caribbean hat today. Yeah. He's got on his
Nobody told him to wear it.
His Panama Jack Husker hat. He has that on today. Like, this is a cast of characters around here.
Oh,
Like,
I can
this
tell.
is, like, it's literally, you never know what you're going to get from day to day. There's a really good group that's out there having coffee and breakfast, and it's a thing. Okay, so you mentioned that you've got a gala tomorrow.
Yep.
Details, please.
It's Friends of Opera Gala. Yeah. It's basically like it's a fundraising for the opera because that's how we use our funding.
Okay.
That's how we get our funding for the productions.
So is this a fundraiser for the public to come in, meet the people, or is there a full-on performance that follows some?
There's full-on performance and stuff.
Okay. And then what will you do in said gala?
I am singing the call to dinner. Okay. And the theme is A Night in Paris. So everything is either French or French adjacent.
Okay. Do you speak French?
I am in my second year of French, so theoretically I should.
Yeah, I took 4 years of French, and no. No.
I know how to speak French. I don't know how to speak in French.
Yeah, I can decipher French. Like, I know enough of the common phrases to get through, but no. Is the language, knowing the language, necessary to sing it?
No. You need to know what you're singing about, but you don't need to know the language as a whole.
Okay. Now, tomorrow's event, is this each thing is generally a love story, a horror story, triumph? What is tomorrow?
So like I said, I'm doing the call to dinner. It's a duet, and then I'm doing a duet with another undergrad.
You can give names here. Like, you should shout out your friends.
Oh, I didn't know if I could.
You're 100%.
Okay. Well, I'm doing a duet with my friend Bryson.
Okay.
He is a tenor, and we are doing a Pauline Viardot piece from her version of Cinderella. It's called Cendrillon because it's in French. And we're doing a duet where I'm Cinderella and he's the prince, and it's at this point in the opera where they're at the ball and then they leave and they go into a garden and they see each other and they're like, "Oh my goodness, is this what love is?" La 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 la. Stuff like that. So I'm singing a duet with him.
Do you ever find yourself in a character that you fully identify with? Have you ever gone into a character where you went, "Yep, this is Reagan," or is this all
Well, this is
performance.
really all the second character I've been.
But you've been singing for a long time.
Yeah, but a lot of it is like love stories, and I just feel like I'm.
Reagan. Wow, really? That's a thing. Okay.
I feel like I'm more the comic relief in an opera.
Reagan. Oh, you keep underscoring yourself. Stop doing that. We'll work on that. We'll work on that in full. So what do you listen to when you're not performing?
My rep that's coming up.
What? So literally the only music that you...
That's not true. I listen to everything, but right now I'm listening to my rep because I have to memorize 8 songs by tomorrow, and 14 songs by the end of the month.
How close are you? How prepared? What percentage of prepared?
I have 6 of them memorized.
Okay. So
I have
the rest of the day is not football. It is
football, but I'm watching it at home today.
Okay.
It's football, and I have my iPad in front of me with all of my words.
Then you're not going. So you're not going to the game today.
No, but I'll be watching it.
Okay. All right. You know, what's more stressful for you? Big Ten diving.
Oh man.
Or performing tomorrow?
I have no idea, because so I'm the understudy in the opera going on right now.
Okay.
And usually there's like a whole understudy cast, but I'm the only understudy.
For a lot of different roles.
No, just for one.
Just for one role. Okay.
Just for one role.
Okay.
And there was one day where the director was like, "Hey, this person can't come in until later. Like, you're on." And I am telling you, I felt like I was about to poop my pants.
It was it, right?
Yeah. And that was just a rehearsal. That wasn't even at a performance. But also at Big Tens, I feel like I'm going to poop my pants. So like, I don't really know. They're different anxious levels, I guess. Or like they're coming from different places.
Yeah, yeah, I guess different skills, different talents.
Different sides of my brain.
So you have the linear side and the creative side. Is that what different sides of the brain? Talk to me.
I was just thinking like left and right.
Yeah, but left and right have a different thing for each person. So what's one side of your brain? Diving, music on the other side?
Well, I would say in a way, yeah, because one side's like math and science, and then the other one's the creative, and the creative is obviously singing and stuff. But I think when I dive, I think about the physics.
But that's the creative behind it. That's the creative. Like diving to me would be creative. We hear you, Nick. We actually hear you, Nick. The listeners hear you as well. We're setting up the remote outside. We're going to split. So both pregame and postgame, we're going to have folks in studio, and then whoever the next tandem, they'll be outside.
Gotcha.
So they'll be able to, tell people in and out what's going on and what we're doing. So not bad. So you as a diver, to me, that's super creative.
I think me as a diver is super, what's the word? Like logistic.
Linear.
Yeah.
Linear.
I think of the physics. Like, I'm like, okay, I have to hold my arms up longer so I can get more out of the board. And then the board will do its job and throw me at this angle of whatever.
So every movement has some counter effect.
Yeah.
Arms above your head, you just said.
Yeah.
Is that reverb off the board, or is that just forcing your legs to do more work to get you off the board?
It's keeping your arms up in like a back press longer gives the board more time to go down further.
Okay.
So when you swing your arms, that's when your legs usually bend, and that's when if you swing your arms too early and your legs bend too early, then you're not getting as much out of the board as you can.
How much time do you spend on the explosive side of diving? How much time did you spend?
That's most of our weights.
Most of the weight is really just lower body and then upper body to be able to drive.
Yeah.
Like, so the opposite of what sprinters do. Sprinters do it linear forward. Divers do it up and then directionally.
Yeah.
Like, so you have to do both. So it's like, okay, let me be explosive. Boom, let me get to my apex. And then at the very highest of your apex, just splashing into another set of movements.
Well, at the top of your dive, you should be nearing the end of it. Like, you should be completing the rotation. So you should be like a ballerina spotting the water, like ballerinas spot the wall.
One of my favorite conversations with you was you trying to describe your sights, right?
Yeah.
The things that you think of, and that it's different.
It is different.
Right? No matter where you're diving, because some people, you're trying to find a spot on the wall or a spot on the ceiling. What were you looking for? What's the easiest? What was your favorite place to dive?
You're supposed to spot the water.
You're supposed to spot the water.
So not outside is not my favorite place.
Right.
Because outside is blue on blue, and then you have to, like, in a split second, differentiate which blue is shiny.
Yeah. Yeah. You would think in the design they would consider that, right?
I mean, a lot of pools are outside. There's not a single indoor pool in California.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not even covered?
Mm-mm.
Like, couldn't they just cover the diving area just so that...
No, because then you have the 10-meter towers. So would you want to cover up to 40 feet in the air?
Yeah, why not? Well, it makes it a better event, right?
No, you get used to it. It's just like if you, like, now that UCLA and USC are joining the Big Ten, you will go there, and we're not used to diving outside, just like they're not used to diving inside.
And is there an advantage?
Oh yeah.
So you actually have a preference.
Yeah.
And then through all of this, it changes as you mature, because as you become physically stronger,
Mm-hmm.
do you gain or lose flexibility as you mature?
Like,
Because
body flexibility?
yeah.
Lose it.
You lose it.
Yeah.
And then how do you adjust that? How do you adjust to that?
Well, a lot of our dry land is like stretching and getting into those tighter positions.
Okay.
So just like being able to do those day in, day out. But then also, like, I haven't done that in probably 3 months now. So, like, now, yes, I can touch my toes, but can I get my nose to my knees anymore? No, and that's something I'm working on to get back. Because I feel it feels weird not being able to do that.
How do you just give up diving? Like, how's that work for you?
It was a decision that was 4 months, 5 months in the making. I didn't just give it up.
The why kind of dictated, but I mean, what do you do? Like, can singing replace that, or is that always going to be a part of your makeup?
Well, this past summer, I coached.
Okay.
So it wasn't necessarily like, oh my gosh, your life is diving, and now it's not. I had like a little bit of a transition period that led me out of it, which I really appreciate, because I think I would have lost my mind if I didn't. But now, yeah, music takes up the time. So I don't like there are days I miss it. I miss the sport, because I think it's one of the coolest sports ever. But also, like, that's not my career. And so now I have to focus on that.
Well, the mastery is in play. Greatly appreciated. Reagan Hensey. We got folks outside. We'll wave to them. Rico has joined us. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning. How are you?
Great hat.
Thank you.
Your hat should be on the stream.
I almost didn't wear it because this hat isn't great.
Not for rain. It's not.
No, I mean, not for Nebraska.
Oh, you've lost every game that you won a hat.
Yes, but I want to wear it.
You want to wear it more than you want to win?
I want to wear it and I want to win. So I didn't wear it last week because I was like, they need a win. So they got the win. I feel like they have enough confidence. Hopefully the confidence overtakes the bad luck of the hat. I don't know.
You see how the fans work?
Hey, my dad wears one of those every game.
Every game.
Yeah. Look, first off, I'm Hispanic, so I'm very superstitious.
Right.
So and then I ran track. It just, it's bad.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. All right, we'll throw it to break and have the final segment of this before we get into the Husker pregame show.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. StarterHeyman.com.
America's been around since 1776. That's nothing. America's still just learning how to party. The Irish? The Irish have been doing it for thousands of years. Party the Irish way at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket. They've got your favorite Irish beers on tap, along with all the locals and domestics. Plus great house cocktails, a huge selection of Irish whiskey, and the best Irish pub food in town. See the full menu and list of specials online at mckinneyspub.com, or just head down there. McKinney's Irish Pub at 7th and P in the Haymarket.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
The Nebraska Lottery offers up a lot of fun with a variety of daily games like Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. How much fun, you ask? Think of it like riding a roller coaster. Sitting next to your favorite rock star. Or discovering a bunch of cash under your seat.
Yeah!
Sound fun? Then play today.
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
USTOP is a proud member of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association, promoting local businesses through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why USTOP sponsors the LIBA Business Hour on the ticket 93.7. Every time you fill up at a USTOP on a Tuesday, USTOP donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community. This month, USTOP has partnered with the Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln. Stop by USTOP and fill up every Tuesday to help us fuel our community.
LES is hosting an EV Ride and Drive event at Haymarket Park on Sunday, September 24th. Attendees can sign up to test drive a variety of electric vehicles. Visit les.com/drive to learn more.
has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Back to the deep end with Reagan and Madison on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, did they get that on there? Okay, good. Welcome back to the final segment of the deep end.
Of course they did.
On 93.7 The Ticket, I'm Reagan Hinsey. If you'd like to call or text in, we have the Honda of Lincoln hotline at 402-464-5685. And if you would like to watch the video stream, we are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and on Allo Channel 951.
In fact, we are. And the ponchos have appeared, I'd say.
Yeah.
Nick, what's the weather like? What's happening out there? We're
just a very, very light drizzle. Nothing that's going to ruin the day. Absolutely not. So we should be just fine.
Okay.
For Memorial Stadium.
What are you drinking, sir?
It's a iced coffee with a little bit of cream in there. So just something simple. Nothing
See,
crazy.
I do the
crazy.
simple route too.
I like some of the foo drinks, but today I just needed something nice and easy. So we went with an iced coffee.
What are you drinking?
Granita.
Oh, hey, that you can't go wrong with the
Winning.
Granita. I'm not gonna knock anybody that drinks the Granita.
Winning.
Yeah. So, it's not cold enough yet for me to drink hot drinks. So
it could be 130 outside. I will drink hot coffee. Like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
Yep, you're that type of guy. Which to each their own.
It's there. So Reagan is going to watch the game at home today. She's not going to the game. She's got songs to memorize for her event tomorrow night. So let the folks know. Can folks participate? Can they go? Can they attend this event?
I have no idea. Honestly, it's $125 a ticket. I know that much, but that's all I've been told.
So they can. What's the name of the event? Give the people the name of it so that they can search it.
I think it's FOO Gala Friends of Opera FOO. I guess that's how you pronounce the acronym.
It's not like the pho that we talked about a couple weeks ago. It's not the food.
The foo.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The comic relief in an opera.
You're director. Is there? I mean, so could you write like a comedy opera? Like, is there a comedy opera that's considered like the king of?
I haven't. We're about to talk about that on Tuesday in my history of opera class, so I will get back to you.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, they're the like the Who.
Well, usually there's one comedic relief character.
Okay.
And it's usually a tenor, which is a higher male voice.
Okay.
Because usually or at least in the time period that we're talking about, and they didn't start showing up until like the 1800s ish, which the characters themselves are called opera buffas.
Buffas.
Yeah. And those are the comic relief characters.
See, look at you learning today, Nick. Buffas.
Hey, I know. Yeah, I've never heard that term.
Buffas. Buffas. Nick, can you sing at all?
No, I used to be able to, but not anymore.
Then your voice changed.
Then my voice changed. Darn right. Yep, absolutely. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. I think it was around the age of 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's usually about what it happens.
Something else is going on.
Those health classes pay off.
Yeah.
Those health classes pay off. All right, so again, it's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at 6.
Where at?
The Lincoln Country Club.
Lincoln Country Club. Nice. Wow. Okay, so this is really this is a real fundraiser.
Yeah.
And then who's leading this program?
Dr. Bill Shomos.
Dr. Bill Shomos. Okay, well done. And then you 2 songs?
Or Dr. Suna Gunther too.
How many songs are you doing?
I'm doing 8 songs, but I'm like 6 of them are like full company, so everybody's doing them. And then I have 2 where I'm in a duet.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say just Reagan.
No.
But they get to hear you. It's you and 2 duets. Okay. Well done. Well done. It's gonna be fun. Like I you know what? What time?
6.
I might be able to do that. See, last time, I snuck in.
That's not terrifying.
I snuck in and
Why?
I snuck in.
Last time he
yeah.
was talking about it. Last time he just snuck in and took a recording.
Hey, that's how DP
Not
rolls.
the grin.
Once you know DP long enough, you know that's how he is.
Well, because we need to celebrate your voice. That's literally why, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and I'm proud of the fact that you are growing in this space. Because I know it's difficult.
What's that saying? Real G's move in silence like lasagna?
Yeah, like the G in lasagna.
Yep.
Never heard that.
Like the G in lasagna.
We got 20 seconds, guys.
There we go. Don't go anywhere. The ticket pregames are the A1 Automotive pregame show starts coming up next.